What do you like most about Costa Rica? This can be a tough question to answer. This relatively small country has a lot to offer. We asked a handful of residents of varying backgrounds what they liked most about Costa Rica in an effort to provide a range of opinions and perspectives. If you love Costa Rica or want to keep learning about this amazing country, click the subscribe button and be sure to look for the app InCostaRica in your app store.
There's again a couple of things. One, I think just the all the availability of the outdoors space. You know, from the mountains, the hills, the oceans, the waterfalls, and also the people here. The people here are welcoming. There's no judgment. No one. Everyone has a different story that's brought them here one way or the other as far as expats go, and no one judges you. And even the locals, the Ticos and Ticas, like they have a smile on your face or on their face all the time. It doesn't matter if they're having a good day, bad day, what we consider to be fortunate or less fortunate, what they may have. They don't care. They're just happy to be walking.
What I like most about the country, that's hard. That's a hard question because there is so much to love about Costa Rica. I love the ocean. I did grow up on the New Hampshire seacoast, and it's kind of hard to get in that water. It's very cold. There's like a week a year that it's warmish. So I love the ocean. I love swimming in the ocean. I love practicing surfing. I'm not super at it. That would be my number one, I guess. That's kind of a bland answer, but there's so much to love about Costa Rica.
The climate, the ocean, and the nature, and the people.
The community, the sense of welcoming with the whole, whether it be the expat community or the local community, or I'd honestly just say like that the sense of like the feeling of home is what I like most about Costa Rica.
The people. I've been fortunate enough to live all over Canada, all over the United States, a little bit in Europe, spent a year in England, spent a year in Hong Kong, a year in Mexico. And the more I travel, the more I'm impressed with the Costa Rican people. They're just a different cut than any other people I've met anywhere in the world. They remind me of what people were like when I was a kid living on the farm, where everybody helped everybody and nobody asked for money. They just help people because they're good people.
Well, the food, obviously, nature mostly, and the weather, and people. For sure, people, yeah.
I'm from Belgium, and in Belgium we have the 4 different seasons, and I'm glad to be here. The temperature and the climate has a positive effect on me. We don't have the 4 different seasons, and I think that people are more friendly and polite here than in Europe.
I like the warmth of the people, which is very different here than in Switzerland, and also that life is a little bit more more slow going, something like that. Yeah, it's just a beautiful country. Yes.
I think still to this day, I really love the relaxed way that people live here, the really relaxed attitudes that people have, and really being connected with the simple pleasures of life, like having coffee and sitting down. The pace of life is just so much slower than the United States, and that's always refreshing to me.
Well, because I am Swedish, I have to say the weather. I can't deny it that the weather is what I really enjoy.
What do I love most about Costa Rica? So what I love about most is that, well, where I live now, it's just a very simple life. As you can see, I live in a tree house, actually. It's kind of cool. I just love like the simple life. I love that it's changed me in a way to be a minimalist in a way, and to appreciate like just the simpler things in life, which I never kind of really had growing up, because I was always despite like I came from an island and like I studied in United States and stuff like that, I've always been around commercialism and materialism. So I would say I think that's the most important thing that's happened to me here in Costa Rica, is like really living like that simple life.
Me personally, the natural attractions that we can find here everywhere.
There is a lot of things I love about this country. It's incredibly beautiful. I mean, you've seen Jurassic Park, of course. It's also, the people are super, super nice. The weather's beautiful. There's tons of wildlife. The beaches are amazing. There's pretty much not a lot of things not to like about Costa Rica, I think.
I think most people say this, but the people are very different to the people in the UK. And there's some really good qualities that the people have here, like they're friendly, they're very warm, they're very hospitable people. It can be a kind of a blessing and a curse, the family-oriented nature of Costa Ricans, because I'm quite independent, and sometimes that's quite claustrophobic. But other times it's very nice to be able to rely on that. I'm married in Costa Rica, so we go and visit my wife's family, and sometimes it's really nice to spend that family time together. But it's not something I could do all the time.
The weather. I don't have to worry about the snow. I hate the snow. I don't ever want to be in the snow again. Only to show my daughter, but I like I like the nature. I like everything about it. I met my spouse here, and it's just a different life here. It's more relaxed.
I have to say the people, and I believe the overall opportunity. You know, the people for the most part have welcomed me with open arms. They've helped me navigate some of the challenges, both in business and in personal life. And I believe that's a big contributor to our success.
I think just the, without being too much of a hippie, I just really love the energy, the culture, the community. I think, you know, a lot of times I'm sure Pura Vida is the answer you get a lot, but for me, I personally found it hard to live in the moment and live in a present state of mind at all times when I was living in the States. And for here, it's just a lot easier. It's a lot easier for me to relax and chill and be fully present and really concentrate on what's important to me. For some reason, when I come here, I feel I can really decompress and even heal. So.
Well, as I first, like before I came, government and nature, finding that the rivers, lakes, and oceanfront was all designated public property. I like that. It's unique to Costa Rica and happens to be unique to Minneapolis as a city, too, here where I'm from.
One of my favorites is the nature here. The green, the intense wildlife, the ability to get out in a ton of different types of environments and explore. And I love the people here and their interest in really preserving as well as interacting with nature. So just the mountain biking, the rafting, the running, the hiking, all of the people are pretty into it down here, which is really nice and refreshing. A couple other things that I love. I mean, I really like the warm climate. I like the rum. I like the coffee. And yeah, those are a few of my favorites down here. The national parks, I think, would definitely be a standout for me. So just being able to get out and be with family and friends on trails, and like I said already, just be able to see some cool wildlife that's pretty unique to this part of the world as well.
Check out the full playlist as we ask residents some of the most common questions about Costa Rica. In the top right corner, there's a live poll to share your opinion with everyone. Don't forget to subscribe and try the InCostaRica app.